Hey guys, this is Tammy. I wanted to show you a little bit about what I'm doing this morning. I've got a goat that she don't have mastitis, but she has some congestion going on in her udder, and it's because she only had one kid, and I just got her off of her, so I started milking her off, and I should have milked her some on the other teat while she was still nursing, but I didn't, and it would have kept it from happening because the baby just favored that one teat over the other is the reason it happened. But anyway, I wanted to show you what I'm doing. I've got some comfrey in here that I harvested, and I've got some coconut oil. This is like a double boiler setup. You can use a double boiler. I just like the glass because I like to be able to see what's going on, the color changes and stuff. But I've got coconut oil in it and a little bit of olive oil, and the reason I use the coconut oil is because it sets up kind of like a salve would, where most people would use a beeswax. I use that, and I put a little bit of the olive oil in it so that it won't set up as hard as it does when it's, coconut oil. But you can use straight olive oil as well. I do that sometimes too. It just depends on what I'm making, actually, because I'm going to make a salve out of part of this. I'm not all of it. Part of it I'm just going to keep for an infusion for other things with my comfrey. That's why there's more of that than this. And this is dock. And I should have harvested my dock back in the spring when I had a ton of it before I started weed eating and everything. But where I've started weed eating and everything, a lot of it's gotten cut down. But I still found enough to do what I'm going to do with this. And what I'm going to be mixing when I do this, I'm doing the same thing with this one. I've got water in there and the oils like I mentioned, and the dock, and I'm doing them separate because I've got more of this, and I'll use part of this for other uses, but part of it's going to be made to make this salve. And I've got it on low. You have to really keep it on low or you'll kill your properties in your herbs. So to keep it on really low and do this for 3 or 4 hours. You can do it longer if you want to do it longer. Generally speaking, I like to just put it in some oil and let it set and do its own thing for a few weeks. But right now I need to make this salve, so this is my quick version of how I do this. But then after I do that, I'm going to mix approximately, I'm going to say 4 ounces just because of my little container. 4 ounces of each, maybe, well, no, I probably won't even mix 4 ounces of each. Probably 3 ounces of each oil after I strain it and squeeze it out really good and everything. I'm going to put about 3 ounces each in a container. I'm going to add about 5 drops of peppermint oil, 5 drops of tea tree and lavender, and I'll put some vitamin E in it. And the vitamin E primarily is to help it preserve a little longer, but I also keep this in the refrigerator when I'm not using it for a length of time, which helps preserve it. But if you want to leave it out, which I will, to put on her just because I don't want to freeze her to death whenever I put it on her, I like to put a little vitamin E in it to help keep it preserved, as well as it's good for her skin. But I wanted to share that with you guys because this is something that I really like, and I like to do things as natural as possible. Not everything I do with my goats is completely natural, but I really try to do a lot of it natural. But anyways, I wanted to share